get underway with all the medal matches, and this, the first of which is a bronze medal match between Munkbat Urensetzig of Mongolia and Shireen Bukli of France. It will be Munkbat in the white judogi, Bukli in blue, and I'm delighted to be sitting alongside world and Olympic medalist Annette Berm. Good afternoon, Annette.
Good afternoon, Sheldon Franke-Rooks, and I'm happy to be here. It is the Paris Grand Slam 2020. It is an exciting tournament for all of them, not only for the visitors here in this amazing venue here in Paris-Bercy, also for the athletes. So many points they are able to win in when you have the Olympic ranking list, and a huge chance here to get onto the podium and collect more points for that.
Ready to get underway with the first of the bronze medal matches. The action is about to take place. Of Finland is the referee in the middle for this one. Mongolians, just out of interest, are sporting a bit of a new badge, aren't they? They normally have their national flag there on the left breast, but I don't know, giving them some sort of emblem. Chance for Munkbat to work on the ground there, and she is really adept there. Bukli slightly out of her depth with this kind of level of competitor. Yeah, she's had to tap out. I'm not surprised here, given the quality of the opponent that Bukli had to face. Munkbat, former world champion.
Yep.
Put that on pretty quickly. We were just talking about her skill and her prowess on the ground, and there was a demonstration of it there. Bukli, however, has done well to finish with the 5th place, and she did also have to battle past the double world champion, Daria Biladid, in that semi-final. I'm not saying that took absolutely everything out of her, but that was a tough one. She gave a good account of herself today, but it's Munkbat who takes the first of the bronze medals.
That was just a huge chance for her to get into the final. She missed that chance, and maybe sometimes all the pressure then comes out, and sometimes a little bit too much pressure. Some pressure you need just for the contest, and in that case, she lost that pressure, just that tension for the last fight, for her last contest to get onto the podium. In the end, the French fighter ended up with a 5th place, and Munkbat wins bronze here.
Well, there's a nice look at the venue. The French always manage to fill it up. Masses of fans. And I think it's going to be even more difficult to get a ticket tomorrow when they've got Teddy Riner on show.
Yes.
I suppose, without being disparaging to any of the other French members of the French team, it's Clarisse Agbenienou that they've come to see today. But before that, we've got the final of the under 48 kilo category. Daria Biladid of Ukraine goes up against Kogo Wakana of Japan. It'll be Biladid in the white judogi, Koga in blue. That's the route to the final. Referee in the middle for this one is Nedim Bayat of Turkey.
Well, Daria Biladid, the number 1 seed here, and the Japanese looking for a fighter who is able to beat this young and so successful player from the Ukraine.
Well, it hasn't been her most polished of performances today, the double world champion. She's looked tired from the get-go. And if truth be told, the semi-final with Buckley was a bit of a struggle. However, she's made her way into the final. And when we looked at the draw this morning, this was the matchup that we thought most likely. Of course, Melanie Clement was in there. There were other fighters that could have caused some problems. But we were looking at a Biledid-Koga final, and that's exactly what we've got. Here's an opportunity for the Japanese to test out one of their up-and-coming players against the double world champion, and to see whether or not they're going to make a change with regard to whether it's Tanaki Funa or Kondo Ami who goes up against Biledid in the games in Tokyo. Here's a chance for Kogo Wakana.
And there are not so many chances left, so she has to use that maybe first and last chance here, Koga. Just 18 years old, or 18 years young, better to say that. Junior world champion.
Yeah, Biledid's been there. Cadet
Yes.
and junior world champion.
Mm-hmm.
That was a bit of an error by Biledid there. She didn't tidy her gi in time. The referee had to tell her to tidy her gi. You only get told once. You don't need any unnecessary penalties.
Yeah.
Dealt with that fairly easily. Hasn't been the best of days for Biledid. She's already been thrown once for Wazari. She'd like to have kept a clean sheet. That hasn't happened. And just off the pace a little bit here. Koga getting in the first of the attacks. 1, 2, and 3. And oddly enough, both the coaches get told to stop coaching during the contest. When the referee calls mate, you can coach, but not during the contest. So just warned both of them. And Mum is still coaching.
Yes.
Hasn't slowed her down, has it? Likes to get the left arm over the top and then the big ojigari or uchimata perhaps. And I think, as everyone knows now, she rather fancies herself on the ground.
Outside
Yeah,
attack.
smacky
That
Komi.
was brilliant.
Yeah. That's what she's been missing during the day, that sharp explosion that catches her opponents off guard, and she caught Koga well there. And
Surprised her.
And I wonder how that's going to change the shape of the contest. If she's going to be that little bit more relaxed, because she looked nervous, she's looked physically drained, to be honest. And now it's Koga behind, Bawazari with half the contest still to come. Just wants to keep her head up. Biledid doesn't look that good when she's bent over.
Yes.
There's a chance on the ground now.
And she loves the ground. Can she work things out here for the Sankaku? Close her legs but the defense here from the Japanese is too good.
Gonna have another word with Mum, I'm afraid. Yep, that's it. I'm not surprised.
Rules are clear. I've seen that early on previous contests that she gave her advices or was coaching her during the fighting period.
Just pushed the envelope that little bit too far, I'm
Yeah.
afraid. Minute and a half left to go. Wazari the lead for Biledid. Penalty free, both fighters. Nice position because Koga has got some work to do. Goes right-sided with a drop Serenagi, but it really doesn't trouble Biledid, and you can see the position that Koga ended up in. Biledid on the side and ready to attack. So not getting the full rotation, Koga. Normally, when you're a little bit tentative, you don't throw everything in there. So maybe she's feeling something and can't get all the way through.
Yes.
Not the best position from Biledid here. Upright is much better. She's nice and tall, long limbs, and that's where she's got the best command when she's standing upright. Into the last minute. She's looked drained earlier on at this time, but here she looks reasonably strong. She may pick up a penalty for a gripping infringement. I think that's what Nedim Beyat, the referee, is about to signal. Every single second now is going to count. Never lost to a Japanese, Bila did. And here's a new one for her to face. Chance for the shimiwaza. The legs are in nice and tight. She can't roll out of there. Time ticking away on the clock. And if it looks as though she's not really doing anything, the referee's going to call mate. 41 seconds left to go. This is a nervous countdown here because this hasn't been a good day. You're talking about someone who's about to grab the Paris Grand Slam gold medal, and on a bad day, they beat everybody.
Absolutely.
Almost coming up with the Makikomi again. She won't get the score if she finishes off the push. She was strong enough there. It looked worse than it did. I think the angle looked worse there. Because it looked as though the Osaikomi was a chance when really it was the finish for the push. And once she decided, I'm not going to finish the push, she was out of there pretty quick. 17 seconds left to go. Billedid has pulled this back on a day where she looked drained, looked as though she was out on more than one occasion. She's come back to almost give the Japanese selectors, and she picks up a second penalty. She won't pick up a third now. It's back to the drawing board for the Japanese. They've sent one, they've sent two, they've sent three, and they've all gone back the same way. They've lost. Billedid has done the business again.
Yeah. Although she wasn't in a good shape.
Not
today.
At all. Worse.
She didn't convince us, but still she was able to win.
A big hand from the Bercy crowd, despite the fact that she put out one of their youngsters.
And there's her mum. So
if on a poor day you can come up with a gold medal winning performance, it means that the things that are thrown at you can deal with.
Yeah.
And Billedid, as young as she is, has demonstrated that she's got the ability, especially in that semi-final against Bukli. That's where she came closest to losing. She was in golden score. I think it was in the contest before that she'd been thrown. And there was a Wazaria piece, and she came back and she dug deep. But in that one with Bukli, she really did come up. And then she came up with a winning score, didn't she? And here, scored early with a really, really nicely executed Makikomi. And after that, it was stage managed control.
Yes. Long day is over for her.
That was a good one. Right, coming up next, we've got the first of the bronze medal contest in the under 60 kilo category. Dashtava Amatufshin of Mongolia goes up against Miraç Akuş of Turkey. It'll be Dashtava in the white judogi, Akuş in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Yevgeny Raklin of Russia. And it
Just an information when you have a look at the draw sheets. Dashtava Amatufshin, the Mongolian, lost his pool final against Yeldov Smetov of Kazakhstan. Smetov in the other rapid charge contest. And his opponent from Turkey, Miraç Akuş, lost his semi-final against the Japanese Nagayama Ryuju. Both now here for the bronze medal contest.
Yeah, it was a tough battle between Smetov and Dashtava. And now the Mongolians got to dig deep here to get past Akuş, who I think has done well, to be honest, to be in this kind of rarefied group. Kim Won-jin, Smetov, Dashtava. The name Akuş doesn't jump out at me and say, I deserve to be here. So he's done well to get this far, and he'll do really well to beat Dashtava Amatufshin. Good pressure from the Mongolian there. Didn't have to do anything except just, ease him towards the edge of the competition area.
Yeah.
And he picks up a penalty. And that's so different from the push-out. I don't know if you feel that. But it was just guiding to the competition area. You didn't push him out at all. And Akos couldn't find a way back in. The only way back in was to turn him, face him, and be at the disadvantage and go over. And he didn't fancy that at all.
Exactly.
So he accepted the step out and the penalty for stepping out with 3 minutes and change left on the clock. You don't want to start giving up penalties early.
Absolutely. You collect one, you collect two, and immediately a
Big
third
pressure.
one, it's
Big
the decision.
pressure. Yeah.
So, but it's also the Mongolian who collected one for swapping down. And we are still in the first minute.
Just a bit of feeling out from both fighters. No one's done anything spectacular as yet. Dashtova has a chance to work on the ground, but I suspect that, oh dear, he tried to ambush him. Then Akos was on his way up thinking that Dashtova had finished with the Shimiwaza attempt. And when he put his head up and Dashtova was back in, a little bit sneaky, I think, from Dashtova. But it could be that he hadn't planned that. He just thought, well, I may be up. And then he saw the opening and then went back for it because the referee hadn't called mate. I don't think he tried to mug him there, but it certainly looked as though he did. Akos missed with that Sernagi. Came off the wrong side and he didn't mean it. Sometimes you can be looking to take your opponent over there, but not on that occasion. Akos just missed completely. Half the contest gone. No scorers yet. Both fighters have picked up a penalty apiece, and it's Akos this time who goes right-sided, and Dashtova blocks that a little bit with his head, I think. And he definitely didn't mean that. Dashtova looking to get past that right arm. Nice Ouchigari.
So low and not so close, but still controlled. Well executed here from Dashtova. Happy man.
Annette mentions low. You look at the replay, that was off the floor.
Yeah.
Really was. It's Paula Pareto of Argentina, the Olympic champion at under 48 kilos, has that really, really low Ouchigari that comes almost off the left knee. She drags with the right foot, but it's the left knee that she's almost on when she executes that. Let's see what happens here. How low does he go? Yeah. He's about to go down to his knees rather than starting it from his knees. But it's a lovely finish. Yevgeny Raklin, the referee in the middle, gave Ippon immediately. No hesitation from him.
Yeah.
There's a suspicion
low
that he goes
far
down
away,
with
a
the
lot of
elbow
space
far,
between.
Yeah.
But still, because he got a good contact there on both arms.
Yeah.
That was the key to control him there. That's why his opponent couldn't get away or turn himself there on his front side.
So, Dashtova takes that, which brings us neatly to the final of the under 60 kilo category. Nagayama Ryuju of Japan faces Yago Abuladze of Russia. It'll be Nagayama in the white judogi, Abuladze in blue. This is how they got this far. Referee in the middle for this one is Vladimir Nutsubidze of Georgia. Abuladze was not one of the top seeds here this morning. However, he has fought that way. He really has looked good. And I was chatting with Annette Berm earlier, and I was hinting at the possibility that Abuladze he's done well here. He's in the final of the Paris Grand Slam. The only thing that he could do to really seal it would be to take the gold medal. And if he does, he will really shake things up in the under 60 kilo category with the Russians as far as selection is concerned. And Robert Shvidabadze, who's the incumbent, he'll be looking over his shoulder thinking, hang on a minute, I didn't see this one coming.
Yes.
And they've owned the under 60 kilo category in the Olympic Games for the last 2 cycles. It was Arslan Galsin who took the gold medal for them in London in 2012, and it was Beslan Mudranov who took the gold medal for them in 2016 in Rio. Yago Abuladze knows all of that, and he'll fancy taking the spot to at least give them the chance in Tokyo in 2020. Anyway, we're underway now.
Oh my God.
10 seconds he needs to hold him for the score.
Let's see if Nagayama can get out of that. Look at this. Already 10.
So there's a score on the board. Whatever happens here, Nagayama is going to have.
What an opening is that.
And the roll's not finished yet. But this time, here it is again. He's stronger with the legs around, and he can't get the legs around the head for the Sangaku. That was close. He's not finished yet. He's going to give it another go. And the thing about this is, having turned him over twice, Vladimir Nutsabidze, the referee in the middle, is moved to let him work the move because he's seen it work twice.
This is incredible.
Abuladze leads here in the first minute, and Nagayama's just been in trouble for as soon as they went onto the ground. I'll be interested to see what happens in the rest of the contest.
Absolutely.
If they go to ground.
Yep.
Because Nagayama was clueless about that turnover.
Yep.
He was in it before he knew that he was in any trouble. His standing work, however, is incredible. And there you go. He may just have squeezed out the Wazari. We're not in the best position to see the landing here, but just as I was talking, they put it's Wazari on the board. They're going to have a look at it. We weren't in the best position to have a look, but maybe Nutsabidze, the referee, was. This is a better angle here. Yeah, right down the side.
Arm is in front of him.
Yeah, good call from the referee. Almost. He's going to give a second score. Well, again, it will be a score that's just squeezed out. He squeezed out the first one, and he will just squeeze out the second one. But it will be 2 scores to dash all the hopes of Abuladze, who, in the first minute, looked as though he was going to steal this contest.
But it was a great final. Really a great final.
What a shame we only had a minute and a half of it then.
Yes.
And if you can lip read Russian, you'll know what he just said. Nagayama limps off the tatami. And he came close to going out.
Yeah.
It was the throwing skills of Nagayama that he fell back onto.
Yeah.
Here's the first effort. Morote Seanagi standing.
Classical. Lovely.
Just down onto his side.
Mm-hmm.
That was enough to come up with a score. And now
the second one. Lifted him up.
And again, down onto his side. Abuladze will feel a little bit, not robbed. He would have claimed both those scores himself.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for him, they were both to Nagayama.
But in the end, he can be really happy to win
silver. Yeah.
Silver here. Yeah.
We come now to the awarding ceremony for women in the under 48 kilo category.
by the International Judo Federation Ambassador, Her Imperial Highness Princess Tomohiko of Mikasa. Bronze medalists are representing Mongolia.
The first of the bronze medals goes to Munkbat Uransetseg of Mongolia. Just want to make sure that she gets the right medals. And it's Munkbat Uransetseg who gets the first, and it's a bronze medal. There's a bronze medal also for Melanie Clement of France. Silver medal goes to Koga Wakana of Japan. The gold medal goes to Daria Biladid of Ukraine.
She got many fans here in France. Daria Biladid.
I wonder if we'll talk to Daria Biladid after the competition, and we'll find out whether or not we've gauged it correctly, because we'll ask, were you ill? Did you feel under strength? What was it that you feel?
The weight, losing weight, whatever it is. But of course.
And we'll see. I mean, she may tell us, she may not. But there was, for me, an impression. I'm left with the impression that this was not her strongest performance. You've got the results there, you've got the people that she beat, that's one thing. And it just says W in the column, and it says that for so long with Daria Biladid, just win, 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 win. But it's the way that you win, and just how, the final, to be honest, was the best. She looked the best in the final, and she scored early, never looked in trouble. That was good news for her. The semi-final, I think, was the low point. She really struggled through that. Quarter-final and the early rounds too.
Yeah.
Not as powerful, not as overpowering as she has been in the past. But a gold medal, none the same. Paris Grand Slam gold medal winner, Daria Biladid. And now the national anthem of Ukraine. So 7 weight categories today and 7 tomorrow. So there's plenty of judo still to come. And we've already seen 2 of the weight categories, the under 48 and the under 60.
Yeah.
Right, coming up next, it will be the bronze medal matches in the under 52 kilo category. There's the winning quartet. Koga can't be that disappointed. Silver medal in the Paris Grand Slam, you know, at that young age. And she had to face the double world champion.
And you don't need to forget that. Absolutely. I think so too. A big success for her. Absolutely. With her 18 years. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we continue with the bronze medal contest for women under 52 kilo.
Well, the first of the bronze medal contests that we've got to bring you features an all-Brazil matchup. It's Larissa Pimenta to go up against Sarah Menezes. Pimenta in the white judogi, Menezes in blue. That head-to-head says 2-0, but that is on the IJF World Tour.
Yeah.
It could very well be that they've met on a number of occasions in Brazil. I dare say that that is the case. The referee in the middle for this one is Friedrich Anna Maria of Hungary. And I'm sure that Annette Böhm can tell us what it's like to have to face your teammate
Oh, yes.
in a big event.
Sheldon, that I also had this year in Paris. I had to fight against my teammate, and really this is such an important fight. It is such an important fight for yourself, and so difficult to describe, but everybody who had that knows what I'm speaking about. So let's have a look at their day so far. Sarah Menezes won her pool and lost the semi-final against Distria Krasnicki of Kosovo. Larissa Pimento, she lost her pool final against Odette Frida, the Italian, and then won her rapid charge contest against Anna Surova of the Ukraine.
It's difficult not to mention the Olympic Games and the shadow that casts over everything that happens here, even when it's the two, when it's two from the same country, because the head-to-head, they may decide, okay, you're both qualified, and we've had a head-to-head at the Paris Grand Slam. You won it, you go. It could be as simple as that. We're not sure what countries decide when it comes to making decisions about who goes when two athletes are qualified.
The best thing is, you have to have a look who won against
Opposition, foreign
yes,
opposition. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And yet that's not the case in some countries. They're going to decide by this head-to-head, which neither you or I are that keen on. Anyway, we don't make the decisions.
Yeah. One important fact for you at home, Sarah Menezes wasn't fighting all of the years in the under 52. She changed from the 48 to 52 some years ago and had her really incredible win in the under 48 kilo category when she won the Olympics 2016 in Rio. 12, beg your pardon, in London. The Olympic champion. We'll never forget that, this little fighter. The pictures from her. Yeah.
Put down a few big names there.
12, yeah. It's now also already 8 years ago.
Time flies.
Yeah.
No scorers yet. Both fighters have picked up 2 penalties apiece. Not entirely a surprise, given the fact that they know each other really well. That can happen. Brazilians haven't had a very good time of it here, to be honest, in Paris. They're going to take a medal in this weight category, but it's 2 of them in the bronze medal contest, so that doesn't take a great deal of working out, does it? But I worked that one out myself. Minute and a half to go. Looks to go right-sided, does Menezes, but as quickly as she is in, she is back out. Now Pimenta looks a little bit defensive to me, just leaning the shoulder in, not doing a great deal. And I'm not sure who is more guilty here. Almost getting caught, and maybe that's why Menezes is that little bit careful, because Pimenta was quite sharp there on taking Menezes back. Almost came up with the counter. Not quite sure how old Pimenta is. Maybe 22 or 23. What's amazing is if you take that time, she's only 20, so she must have been a 10 or 12-year-old when
Yes.
Menezes was winning the Olympic Games in Rio. Yeah, 10 years her senior, almost, Menezes. Definitely the senior player on the Brazilian team. Maybe Mayra Aguiar in the under 78 kilo category. She narrowly escaped being called for a false attack there, Menezes.
Yeah, that's the danger when you attack with this drop kind of Seonage. When you miss immediately, it doesn't look good. But I mean, she tries to attack. Yeah, she tries to. Golden score.
Nice left-sided effort from Pimenta. Does she come up with the score? I didn't see because we
were too close.
Yeah, well, we got a slightly different angle there.
The crowd doesn't like it.
I think it may be the adjoining map where we've got the French fighter. Pimenta, however, has taken the bronze medal. With that, Wazari, low left-sided effort. No doubt we'll see it in the replay and we have a better idea of whether we would have given a score or not. We just changed the angles there, so we came up with a slightly different shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, just about managing to squeeze that one out. So in the head-to-head between Pimenta and Menezes, Pimenta just shades that one here without looking particularly spectacular. However, on paper, she's going to be able to point to a bronze medal at the Paris Grand Slam, which is a good result on the international circuit as we move towards that. You know, we're in the back end of the Olympic qualification cycle now. Not many big events left to go, and a bronze medal at this stage really is exactly what you would have wanted. You can now finish off the rest of the qualification period by, you know, picking one here, maybe one there. And that leaves you in a slightly more comfortable position.
On the central Tatami, bronze medalist was Larissa Pimenta from Brazil.
In the other bronze medal contest between Shishimi Ai and Astrid Neto of France. France up against the Japanese. Shishimi Ai of Japan took that one. Right, we come now to the final of the under 52 kilo category. Distria Krasniki of Kosovo will go up against Odette Giuffrida of Italy. It'll be Krasniki in the white judogi, Giuffrida in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Vyacheslav Peretieko. And there was talk earlier on in the week that it would be another matchup of Kosovo and Italy in the final, but the Kosovan that they were talking about was Marlinda Kelmendi, the current Olympic champion.
Yeah.
She aggravated an injury and wasn't able to take part, and it allowed for Distria Krasniki to determine whether she wanted to compete at 48 or 52. and she decided to go at 52, and she finds herself now in the final. Menezes and Shishimi were downed by Krasnicki on the way to the final. This is a good performance from the Kosovan, and now she needs to finish off, but it's a tough fight. Odette Giuffrida is one of the most tactically astute competitors on the international circuit, not just in her weight category, but all round, and it's going to be difficult to get past her. Tactically very, very sound, difficult to throw, but if anyone can bring her down, it's Krasnicki, because Krasnicki has got good throwing skills, and she's been demonstrating that at under 48 kilos most recently. Here she doesn't have to lose any weight.
Absolutely.
Nice and comfortable, manages to come in, you know, at the top of the weight of 52 kilos, nice and strong. Let's see how she gets on against the Olympic silver medalist from Rio.
Oh, nice opening here. This Ashiwasa attempt from Krasnicki.
Krasnicki will have had some inside information from her teammate, Kilmendi, who has had, I lose count how many times
Yes,
head-to-head
yes.
they've had.
It's really an interesting constellation, like a replacement. Malinda, as you said, Sheldon, unfortunately can't fight here. He's doing the training camp here after, and for sure got some good advices, or gave some good advices to Distria, who normally would have fought under 48, could lean back a little bit concerning her weight, fighting here in the under 52. And I'm really looking forward this one.
Just got to be careful that she doesn't get drawn in. That's a nice right-sided effort, and she threw here beautifully. Last year they were talking about that Uchimata. Here
Yeah.
she throws that in. As I said, if someone can throw Giuffrida, it's going to be Krasnicki, because she's got really, really nice throwing skills. Just got to keep up the rate of attacks. Krasnicki doesn't want to get drawn into standing toe-to-toe with Giuffrida. And if she just beats her to the attacks, will put even more pressure on the Italian.
Krasnicki is not in the final because she had luck. She beat Shishimi Ai, the number 1 seed. She beat Sarah Menezes, we just have seen. And normally you think when you are fighting normally in another category, then you have nothing to say in another category. Absolutely, she is at the same level as all the other 52 kilo.
Looking
women.
very comfortable here,
Absolutely.
Krasnicki.
Yeah.
And I think things are just about to open up here, because up to this point, Giuffrida has been playing, fairly defensive. She's going to look at the scoreboard and think, there's a minute and a half here. I've got to step it up and make sure that if we do go into golden score, I'm not the one who's got the single Shido. I've got to do something and come up strong. Nice right-sided effort there from Krasnicki. Keeps herself ahead of the game. And now there's the second Shido from Giuffrida. Just as I was saying, she needs to step things up. She's just waited that little bit too long, taken things too easy.
Yep.
2 penalties with a little over a minute left to go. And now it's all up to Giuffrida. Can't afford a single error. So that's no false attack, no step out.
And staying passive.
And no passivity.
Active.
Yeah,
Yes.
she has to keep active.
And we know that Odette Giuffrida, she is a very emotional fighter. She has to keep her emotions under control now. If things are not going as she wants to. Just keep you under control.
Yeah.
And go on.
Well, Krasnicki, unfortunately, has fallen into that trap because you know that that's what she's going to try to do. That's not an attempt to throw you, it's an attempt to push you off the contest area, and you've got to stand up a little bit stronger than that. You could have moved left or right, instead you went back. Yep, there was some pressure there. Go left or go right.
Yep.
Don't step off the contest area, that's what she was looking for.
And again, turn your... Yes!
Oh, almost. Down onto the side on the right shoulder.
She used that pressure this time, you know?
Yeah, coming forward, just turned her nicely. Good turn.
Absolutely. Last 20 odd seconds.
And Giuffrida has to throw absolutely everything now at Krasnicki. And again, she's not looking to throw her opponent. It's just to maneuver her off the competition area. And for me, that's just a push. Yeah, absolutely. Done.
Yes. Yes, that is a push. At this time, it is a push. I agree. But the thing is, why? What was the tactic behind the pushing? I mean, she couldn't win with this push. She needed to throw. She already collected 2 penalties.
And
isn't that crazy?
And she wanted District Krasnicki to collect a second penalty and maybe then try and get a third within 20 seconds. That was the poor tactic. Imagine that. You come in here, you're the number 2, you're the number 2 seed, the Olympic champion. You think, well, I might have to go up against or Shishimi. You don't have to go against Shishimi. She loses in the quarterfinal. Yes. You don't have to go against Kelmendi because she's injured. You end up fighting the Kosovo number 2 and lose. Well. Hisagaruma from Krasnicki brought Giuffrida down onto her side for Wazari. Just managed to squeeze that one out. And no massive celebration or anything. Yeah, a wave of the hands.
Beautiful smile.
She's got choices.
And imagine, a few days ago, she thought she will start in Jana 48. Okay, then I start in 52 and she wins gold.
And wins Paris Grand Slam.
What a story that is.
We come now to the awarding ceremony for men in the under 60 kilo category. The medals are being presented by the president of the International Judo Federation, Mr. Marius Wieser. The first of the bronze medals goes to Dashtava Amatushin of Mongolia. There's a bronze medal also for Yeldos Smetov of Kazakhstan. Silver medal goes to Yago Abuladze of Russia. The gold medal goes to Nagayama Ryuju of Japan. Now, was a high-quality quartet there. Kim Won-jin finished up in 5th place. Francisco Garrigos was in there. Guzman Kyrgyzbayev in 7th. So there was a real quality in that under 60 kilo category field. And that was without Takato Naohisa. And now the national anthem of Japan.
Thank you very much. Now, thank you the picture between Eastern Judo.
Merci beaucoup. Et maintenant, la photo de famille.
Nagayama gave a polished performance on his way to the gold medal. Dashtova and Smetov took the bronze medals, and a slightly disappointed looking Yago Abuladze of Russia was the silver medalist. I think he's still smarting over the loss, but perhaps on the way back and after a little while he's going to think, hey, Paris Grand Slam silver medal winner, not that bad. Nice when you look at a fighter and they win such a big medal and they still look disappointed. You know they wanted more. Right, coming up next, the bronze medal contest in the under 66 kilo category. Baruch Shmailov of Israel goes up against Yondan Perenli Bashku of Mongolia. It'll be Shmailov in the white judogi, Yondan Perenli in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Enrique Arana of Spain. Fighters making their way into the middle of the arena. A packed crowd. Still looking for a French gold medal. They have one chance, and that comes in the last weight category. We shall bring you that shortly. Here we go. Shmailov in the white judogi, Yondan Perenli in blue. This style may suit Shmailov, Yondan Perenli. He likes to get in close and be busy. On this occasion he got a little bit too close. I think he got close to Shmailov's right hand and took a bit of a whack to the face. Here comes Shmailov right back, looking for that low sit-down modified kataguruma. I say modified because the change has been to wheel over the shoulder without the use of the hand to the leg. My colleague is next to me, Annette Berm. I was about to demonstrate there and I thought,
Yes.
well, I better not.
It looks good.
Yeah.
It looks not bad. Yeah, but they adapted this technique in a really good way. In regard to the not new, but to the rules when they,
But they had to
made it new.
change.
Exactly, that this technique still works.
Left Uchimata from Shmailov, or at least the shape towards bringing that off. Didn't go through with it. Yondan Perenli, for me, is the more defensive of the two. Shmailov looking to take a grip. And Yondan Perenli, just that little bit overly defensive. And now it's Shmailov who gets called for just hiding one side. And Shmailov gives Yondan Perenli another whack.
Only attempt there on the outside, on the left side, but it was a long way to get there, so he was a little bit too far away and just caught him there at the end, almost on his feet.
It was a little bit of an untidy attack, wasn't it, in the end, from Shmailov. A little bit rushed, and then it collapsed. Whenever he goes around the back with the left arm, it looks strong. I tell you what, Yondan Perenli has taken a few whacks to the head. He's got one on the head, one on the right eye, and one on the chin.
Yes.
This has been a real battle. Minute 28, single Shido against Shmailov as he looks to, again, come around there with the left arm. He does look dangerous when he gets that left arm around the back, Shmailov. Yondan Perenli may be just flirting with a passivity penalty here unless he comes up with a big attack, because it's Shmailov who looks the more aggressive of the two. That's not what I had in mind, a little tap of the foot. Going to need something bigger than that.
Yes.
And Shmailov should be clever here, sense sense the situation and put in a big attack. He's got himself backed up into this near left corner. Now we see what it is that the referee has decided, whether we've read the contest correctly. Yep. There you go. Can't be that bad, can it?
Yes.
I've often said that I want one of those badges, one of those referee badges. And they gave me one.
They did?
Yeah, but I think I have to go and earn it. It was like one of those, you're a good guy, you can have a badge. Again, backed up into the corner. This is not where he wants to be. It doesn't look aggressive enough. And it doesn't look as though he's taking any command of the contest. Slightly better now for Shmailov. Koso Dagaki. And now Yondan Perenli picks up a second penalty, this time for avoiding to take a grip. Shmailov is ready to get going, but we've only got a few seconds left, and it's quite possible that this one will go into golden score. Neither fighter able to come up with an attack in that little 10-second. They probably decided, hey, we're going for golden score. Referee calls Hajime pretty quickly. The scoreboard was still spinning around, but never mind. 2 penalties picked up by Yondan Perenli. It's always a bad sign in golden score because things just have the feeling of being a little bit tighter. You can't afford a single slip. Shmailov needs to get his head up a little bit. It'll be better for him, look less defensive. Again, backed up in the far right corner.
Yeah, and he's Shmailov is the one who is reacting. He looks a little bit more defensive. He should use that possibility that he has got only one, penalty. Gripping infringement there. Second penalty now also for Shmailov. And he didn't realize that. Or wasn't able to change it. better grip or a good grip now here for the Mongolian. The right-sided grip, right arm there on the back of the Israeli. Ooh, brought him under pressure. Was a good attempt from Jonathan Perenli. At least an attack.
I don't think you can get to this kind of level that Shmailov is at, fighting for a bronze medal in the Paris Grand Slam, and then commit the kind of errors that he has in this contest and feel as though you've been hard done by. Just got to be that little bit sharper tactically and be aware of the way that things are going, attack at the right time, especially the passivity penalty. Almost came up with the Ashiwaza there.
Yeah.
There was the avoiding with the jacket, again, an unforced error. He didn't need to do that.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have found himself in this position. And things would have been different for Yondan Perenli. He would have had to have pressed harder, and maybe that would have opened things up more for Shmailov to come up with a score. We've had 2 minutes of golden score. They both look reasonably fit. I'm surprised about that with Yondan Perenli, who had a really, really tough contest in the previous round. I think he had 6 minutes of golden score with Kylian Lebluc, if I'm not mistaken.
6 minutes. And 4 minutes of regular time. So 10 minutes for just one contest. And I mean, the day started at 8 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, a very long day.
That's a long day
for the fighters.
Yeah.
Better position now for Shmailov. Can he use it? As I said earlier, he likes to get close to his opponents. Couldn't keep his hands on his opponent for the big hip throw, and that collapsed. 240 odd we've had of golden score. Here comes Yondan Perenli now. His arm goes around the back. Again, not quite tight enough from Shmailov. Yes, there was an attack in there. It never really threatened Yondan Perenli.
Maybe this time?
He hasn't been able to put together a combination. And there was the big hip technique. If he could have turned it in the other direction, it's easier said than done. But I don't think Yondan Perenli's got the kind of power to keep him off if he can come up with a good second effort. It's not going to happen, though.
Ooh.
Yondan Perenli it is, trapping that arm, getting underneath and rolling Shmailov over for Wazari. Single score was all that was needed to take that one. Good effort from both fighters. It was well balanced contest. Close, just a single score, and it's Yondan Perenli Bashku of Mongolia who takes it. 5th place finish for Baruch Shmailov. There are points, however, for a 5th place finish, so it's not a complete and total bust.
Yeah, you're right. It's just a personal disappointment not being at the end of the day on the podium.
On the podium, yeah.
And especially as a 5th place, the difference between the 3rd and the 5th and the 5th and the 7th, or 7th and the 9th, that's so close to the podium.
Because in the highlights, this is the victory of Yondan Bashku, Mongolia. He's medal number 4 in a Grand Slam.
Absolutely brilliant. This OG opened. Everything opened like a door for this attack for the Mongolian. He was right underneath, close enough. Yeah.
We come now to the final of the under 66 kilo category. An Baul of the Republic of Korea faces teammate Kim Lin-won. The Korean's going to battle it out here
Yep.
for top spot in the under 66 kilo category. This is how they made their respective ways to the final. And taking charge in the middle for this one is Everardo Garcia of Mexico.
Welcome the referee from Mexico, Mr. Everardo Garcia.
And I don't think this is about bragging rights here. It's not just who, you know, gets the best seat on the flight back or anything like that. This really is a chance for An Baul to re-establish himself as the premier under 66 kilo category in the Republic of Korea, because just recently the man in that spot has been Kim Lin-won.
Olympic Games silver medalist, 2015 world champion An Baul.
Olympic silver medalist, former world champion, all of a sudden found himself at number 2 in the Republic of Korea. So this could make all the difference. The gold medal at the Paris Grand Slam, and you put your teammate in second place. Job done.
Yeah,
Sorted.
absolutely. Yes.
Again, easier said than done. I think I've mentioned before the particular styles employed by the fighters from South Korea, and these are two really competent exponents of that style. In particular, An knows the tempo, knows the rules well, tactically sound, nice throwing skills. Nullified, however, by teammate Kim Lin-won. Just a single Shido. Kim picked that up for being that little bit overly defensive with the grips. Single Shido. An, left-sided player. Kim, right-sided player. Not making for the most attractive of contests, not least of all because they know each other really well. It's coming across very defensive. They are both usually quite attacking players. And that's when they're fighting someone from a different country.
Yep.
They just know each other too well here. And they probably know all the moves, all the things that suggest that they're going to move a particular way. And as a result of that, they're closing down all those options. No score as yet, minute and a half to go. Just a single Shido picked up by Kim Lin-won. The referee in the middle for this one is Turbat Etsetseg of Mongolia. Here's Annette.
So, yeah, have a look to their road to the bronze medal contest. Nora Chako won the fight before in the repechage contest. She won against Jessica Klimkate of Canada. And she lost her pool final against Thelma Monteiro. And let's have a look to the French fighter. There she is. Nora Chakova of Kosovo. Her opponent, Sarah Leonie Susik, the French fighter. She lost her semi-final against the Canadian Krista Taguchi. Left-sided fighter, Susik. Chakova right-sided, close to the edge here and just preparing. With their feet, the Uchimata attempt from the French fighter here.
There's the suspicion there of the possibility of a tip from Jakova if Susik comes in for that Uchimata. I wouldn't sit there waiting for it if I was Jakova.
Yeah.
You might be on the end of it, but she did appear to have the possibility of taking control of that. Kosotagaki from Jakova and almost bringing Susik down. That was a good, strong effort from Jakova. Now trying to work on the ground. Oh, it's trapped now. Just got to pull on that arm. I'd be looking to pull on the opposite arm. Yeah, it's the...
Well, the legs must be closed, the Sankaku,
Yeah.
and can she turn her now? Keep her under control and keep her legs closed. As long as her legs are closed, she couldn't turn her there.
It's the right ankle
Yep.
as low as possible to get the leverage to turn over and put her onto her back. She couldn't do that. She was flat on her front, and she was trying to turn around the hips and just below the hips. That's still strong. That's a strong area for Susik. Got to get a lot lower down. Take one leg, the leg furthest away is the hardest to reach.
Yes.
And then bring that across. And you can only do that once you've got the head and arm trapped and nice and tight. And she did. It did look well trapped. Well, we can
It just
see
took a little bit too long.
Yeah.
And there was, for a second, no movement at all. Just a little bit quicker. And then no break and closing, turning. Yeah.
Well, you can see what Jakova is keen on doing, either the counter or on the ground, working on the ground, because Susik doesn't look as though she's interested in working on the ground with Jakova. Mind you, she hasn't had the opportunity, so we're not sure.
Yeah.
Not a bad effort on the left side there. Almost
Absolutely.
came up with a makikomi.
Yeah. First backward and then forward. I mean, Susik, still young fighter she is, 21 years old. Junior World silver medalist 2 years ago. Grand Slam silver medalist. And 2 bronze medals at the Grand Slams. She already collected.
Looks a bit better here now. Yep. That's on now.
Yep. Chakawa, so strong. And if you think about the team from Kosovo is so small, but look at the success. A gold medal, followed up here by a bronze medal. Imagine if Mylinda Kamendi was healthy and
Krasnicki down
Krasnicki was
at
in the under
48.
48. They are always really successful. A small but successful team.
We saw the method employed by Žáková. No big attack, waiting for the turnover.
Yeah.
And then on the ground, pouncing on every situation to try and make something of it. Sazik distraught really at that loss in front of the home crowd. Žáková managing a smile. And why wouldn't you be smiling? You just had a bronze medal win at the Paris Grand Slam. The funny thing is, the fight before, the action before Žáková went out for a bronze medal was the national anthem of...
Yes.
That's what she heard before she went out for her bronze medal contest.
Yeah, couldn't be a better start.
The under 52 kilo category gold medal winning anthem, which
Yeah.
was for District Krasnicki of Kosovo. So,
Yes.
what a preparation. Coming up next, the final of the under 57 kilo category. Krista Taguchi of Canada goes up against Dortsurin Sumia of Mongolia. It'll be Taguchi in the white judogi, Dortsurin in blue. There is the route to the final.
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah, me too.
Loredana Ohai, Sanave Hagen, Tima Nelson Levy, and Sarah Leone Sasik were the opponents, downed by Krista Taguchi, the current world champion, world number 1. And taking control of this contest is Siniša Skrbić of Serbia. Well, Dortsurin, not to be outdone, was herself a world champion.
Yep.
She's had the pleasure of wearing the red back patch. That pleasure is now enjoyed by Krista Taguchi as she jogs her way into the arena.
Representing Canada, the reigning world champion, Krista Taguchi.
Undoubtedly one of the most stylish fighters I've ever seen. Krista Taguchi, no doubt about that.
Yes.
Lovely judo. How many years have we been watching her? Since she was a 15-year-old.
I just remembered when we spoke about her many years ago in Tokyo, where she wasn't still sure if she should change or not her nationality. One part of her family is coming from Canada, and she used that chance, and look what happened. I think she did everything right. She became world champion and now is on her way. It's not decided because in Canada she got Jessica Klimkate, and the decision is still open who is going to the Olympics, but she's on a really good way to the Olympics. Got the red backpatcher on her judogi. It's interesting to follow those athletes over the years, how they develop.
Yeah, she's certainly doing all the right things at the moment. Dortsurin just hiding that right side for me.
Yep, that is with the penalty. Yep,
And Sinister Skirbic, the referee, agreeing with that. Where's that badge? I wonder.
You seem to have a connection to the to the referees, not only to me here.
I don't know about that.
So penalty given to the Mongolian for avoiding the grip, for avoiding the fight in the end. Over-rotated entry here from Taguchi. And the crowd here realized that it was a good attack from the Canadian. Not everybody is able to come up with this over-rotated attacks. Close to.
Close, yeah.
The Mongolian didn't land on her side, on her right side. That was the aim from Taguchi, but it was close. And as soon as the side is involved, it is a score.
Oi, and the score there with the Sumigaeshi, almost the double-footed Tomoe-nage, if you like, yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well coordinated. And the lead here for Taguchi.
Oh, chance for the turnover. Missed it. Not quite finished yet. Yeah, it's gone now. Wazari on the board, a minute 40-odd left to go. Yeah, Tomoe-nage. Mostly with the left foot.
Yeah. And the right foot supported a little bit.
Of right in there as well. Yeah. Double footed. I mean, that was what really led to the execution. She had both feet working well. Nice effort. Minute and a half left to go. Dordtsorin now with all the work to do. Taguchi penalty free as well. Dordtsorin slightly reluctant to get both hands on, and it's Taguchi who's offering up the opportunity. Come and put a second hand on, because I've got my strong hand on already. All I need is your sleeve, and if you're not going to give it to me, you're going to pick up a second penalty.
Oh, both now penalized, and it's already the second one for the Mongolian.
Well, if the Wazari wasn't a warning, then the second penalty is, because
it should be.
because you've got to do something now, Dordtsorin. And it really doesn't need both hands on. If you're going to do something against Taguchi, you must have both hands. She's so against turning towards Taguchi and offering up that right side. That's where she feels Taguchi's strongest. And she's turned, just showing the left side, hiding the right, and not engaging with the right arm at all. There's very little that Taguchi can do under those circumstances.
Oh.
Yeah, just a clash there. 14 seconds left to go. Whatever tactics it was, whatever plan that Dordtsorin came into the contest with, it didn't work.
Archivalsa, consistent enough. Put her onto the ground. There's a funny, interesting fact about Taguchi. Taguchi is not a fighter like a machine, you know, physically. But she is so dangerous. Difficult to throw. Dangerous because she throws. She can throw. No, she doesn't come onto the mat and is like a power machine. But there's something really special about her.
Krista
Really
Taguchi takes the gold medal in the under 57 kilo category, and in the process puts out, or at least defeats in that final, a former world champion.
Yes.
He's beginning to tick off all the boxes, pile them up. Nice hands here to finish as well.
Perfect. Yes, such a good feeling for the moment and for the situation.
Congratulations, gold medal goes to Canada, Krista Taguchi. Representing Mongolia, Dordtsorin Sumia takes the silver medal.
suspicion of an attempt to bridge here from George Surrey. You can see it with the shape of the legs.
Gold medal number 4 in a Grand Slam for Krista Taguchi.
Fourth Grand Slam gold medal.
Yeah. She now got a little collection at home.
Piling them up. Right, we come now to the awarding ceremony for men in the under 66 kilo category.
Ceremony for men under 66 kilo.
Cérémonie, remise de récompense, catégorie masculine, moins de 66 kilos.
The medals will be presented by the president of the Global Association of International Sports Federations, Mr. Raffaele Kibli. Bronze medalists are representing Mongolia, Judo Bashku.
The first of the bronze medals goes to Yondan Perenli Bashku of Mongolia. There's a bronze medal also for Georgy Zantaraya of Ukraine. The silver medal goes to Kim Lin-wan of the Republic of Korea. The gold medal goes to An Baul of the Republic of Korea.
Prize money will be presented by the president and founder of Brazil Monaco Project, Mrs. Luciana de Montini. Flowers will be presented by the president of SMI, partner of the French Judo Federation.
Les fleurs vont être remises par le président de la société SMI, partenaire de la Fédération française de judo, M. Philippe Bailly.
Ladies and gentlemen, please all rise for the national anthem of the Republic of Korea.
And now the national anthem of the Republic of Korea.
Thank you very much. Now, family picture with the decent judo.
Time for the picture with the winning quartet and the three VIPs.
Et je vais vous demander d'applaudir très très fort les médaillés.
Yondan Perenli and Zantaraya were the bronze medal winners. Kim took the silver, and it was Anne with the, well, I was going to say with the biggest of smiles. It wasn't quite as big as Zantaraya's. Zantaraya's all teeth there, and encouraging Yondan Perenli to get involved there with a bit of a smile as well. Okay. Now, a quick shot of just the two Koreans up there as well. Happy times. Right, it's the bronze medal contest in the under 73 kilo category. Hikmatilov Turayev of Uzbekistan goes up against Bilal Çalhanoğlu of Turkey. It'll be Turayev in the white judogi, Çalhanoğlu in blue. Referee in the middle for this one is Lubomir Peter of Australia.
On the other tatami, referee from Romania, this is Ioana Labiuk. Now, please welcome judoka.
A few last words from Irakli Uznadze for Bilal Çalhanoğlu as he steps out for this bronze medal contest. Turayev has had a good day, hasn't he? Finds himself in a medal contest, and it was a good field. There were, I can't remember what we said, it was 76 athletes at the beginning of the day, including Hashimoto,
Absolutely, yeah.
Soichi, Ebenuma, Masashi. Some big names in there.
Yeah.
76.
The two sheets of paper full of names.
Oh, lovely effort. That's the
Yeah.
best combination we've seen all day.
And a record.
Yeah. Osodagari, Kosodagari, and over goes Çalhanoğlu. He got, as they say, ambushed.
Didn't have time to mention any fights before from then.
Turayev slightly embarrassed for his opponent there, having put him down on his back for Ippon within 10 seconds. You do feel a little bit... you know. Didn't even break sweat. Poor fella. Çalhanoğlu, I mean. Didn't get into it.
Yeah.
Turayev wants to say, you know, sorry, that happens from time to time. But he doesn't speak Turkish. And I don't think that Çalhanoğlu speaks Uzbek. So it's not going to happen. But I think you know, that little tap on the shoulder was kind of
Signalized
universal.
what you wanted to say, yes.
Never mind
Yes.
type thing. You know? But they're not going to be difficult to find the highlights in this one, is it?
Yes.
Just hit rewind. We only need 10 seconds. We can watch the whole contest again if you like. Massive Osodagari. And then comes the... Well, he takes the leg furthest away from him, but he only takes one. I'd like to chat with the Kodokan specialist to classify the waza. Have another look at this. Osoda, no doubt about that. He takes the leg that's furthest away. When you take the one that's closest to you, that's normally Kosodagari. When you take both, that's normally Nidan Kosodagari, taking both. He only takes one.
Yes.
Does the fact that it's the leg is still inside mean that both of them go? Because he doesn't even make any real contact with it. You know? That's the throw to the rear. It's not a kuriashi. That's completely different action going to the side. This is going to the rear. It's got that feel of Kosoda, and I want to go with Nidan Kosodagari, despite the fact that because he only takes the one leg.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going to go for. But that's just Annette Nanae.
So meanwhile, we got a chance to watch the other bronze medal contest between Ibinuma Masashi of Japan and
Sentocher Sogbata.
Sogbata of Mongolia. Yep.
Single Shido picked up by Ebinuma.
And there's just a minute to go. Ebinuma penalized twice. Send Ochier 1 penalty. No score so far.
Wasn't long ago that we were seeing Batgarel in the middle. Now he's in the chair. Seems to have a really good connection with Sendocher.
Yes.
Ebinuma, 2 penalties on the board. Vastly experienced. Looks to go right-sided, not quite in the right position. It's got nothing to do with Sendocher coming up with a strong defence and blocking that. It was just that Ebinuma didn't get himself far enough across. Unable to sort things out in regulation time. We've got a period of golden score now.
Well, you said it. Ebinuma in his record of success, 3 times world champion, and he is one. I mean, we are used to see the Japanese with the special behavior, but for me, Ebinuma is absolutely special. He is the way he is on a mat. So, still looking for the right word.
Correct.
Extra correct.
Yeah, he is.
Always. This is. I hope he won't disappoint me in this contest. But
I doubt it. Not after all these years.
yeah.
He's got terrific etiquette, mat etiquette. Yeah.
Yes. Incredible.
Not quite. Whoa. Okay.
Yeah. St. Ochier. Really consistent when he came up with this attack. Didn't stop. Continued over there. Both were on the ground. And received Vasari for that and the golden score. 1.5 minutes after the golden score began. Do they check it? They could. Maybe it wasn't enough for the Vasari. We will see.
Ebinuma seems good to go for another round.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's rather hoping that they say no. Sendocher's saying please.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So Ebinuma has his wish granted. Sendocher just throws his head back as if to say, "I don't believe I've got to do this again."
Yeah.
I'm afraid you're gonna have to pull another one out of the hat. There you go, Sadagaran, almost picked up. Koshiguruma from Ebinuma.
What an exciting fight. From both of them. Both of them.
After that first attack, Ebinuma almost got picked up, and then he was quickly into the Koshiguruma and almost came up with a score.
Chimata. On the left side.
thought about the Yoko Tomoenagi, did Ebinuma, but it collapsed quickly. That was close as well.
Yeah.
Almost sold him on the Kouchi, almost sold him then, and then the Ippon Seoinage as well. Well, it was the Ippon Seoinage first and then the Kouchi. That was the little cell there. Sendoche resisting towards the rear. Oh, and now you can see it is Ebinuma who's just stepping up the rate of attacks.
Absolutely. And it's not only the
Yeah.
rate of attacks, also this combination of attacks or variation of attacks. That is the Kouchi, Uchimata. We're going to see the Seoinage now. Look at this technical repertoire he got. He's going to show us. It's incredible. 3 minutes now already gone.
Got to stay upright, Ebinuma.
Yep.
He was just on the verge there of coming up with the right number of attacks, just to shade Sendoche out. Oh, and he's lost contact with the hands. For me, that is an unfortunate.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Tactically, that wasn't clever. So it took so much power, these attacks he did before. Maybe an attack less, save a little bit power for an last determining attack in the end. Because here he was close to the edge, he felt that he had to attack. Half-hearted or not much power left. And got penalized.
Yeah, an unfortunate way for Ebinuma Masashi to lose out, and in all probability the way to say goodbye to Paris. Would have liked to have finished on the podium, I'm sure, but it wasn't to be.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, only several contests left, so we kindly ask you please stay with us till the end, especially for the awarding ceremonies. Thank you very much.
Just didn't think the landing was enough to claim a score here. Hand goes down, head down onto the side, upper part of the body not in contact. Not enough for me.
Yeah.
We come to the final of the under 73 kilo category. Hashimoto Soichi of Japan goes up against Jansei Smagolov of Kazakhstan. It'll be Hashimoto in the white judogi, Smagolov in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Olivier Dehos of France. Annette Böhm.
So, there they are. The fighter from Kazakhstan in blue and from Japan in white. We mentioned it already, 76 judoka in this category.
In blue judogi, representing Kazakhstan, 3 times Grand Prix gold medalist, Jansei Smagolov. In white judogi, representing Japan, 2017 world champion, Hashimoto Soichi.
And for the Kazakh fighter, it's the 7th fight. Normally you're gonna have 4 fights, okay, or 5 fights. 6 is already a lot, or are already a lot, but 7 fights, this is absolutely hard.
And when your 7th fight is the gold medal contest at the Paris Grand Slam and you've got the Japanese in the final, that is a big ask.
Yeah.
That really is asking a lot. And again, have you seen this with Hashimoto? earlier today, just putting on the pressure. The opponent not able to stand up to it and wandering off the contest area.
Yeah.
It's the things that happen before that, when Hashimoto's coming at you, that lead. Oh, and this time he does accept. Okay, maybe I was pushing out. Mind you, Smagolov for me was doing some serious backpedaling. But they didn't like it, and maybe they've seen it during the day. I'm just in the process of saying he's done that during the day.
Mm-hmm.
He's got away with it, not this time. They've seen enough. Hashimoto's warming up here.
I mean, to warm up in the final, that means also something, no?
Yeah.
Or say something about it.
He really is an exceptional judoka, Hashimoto Soichi. Couldn't quite come up with the finish. Needed to hang on to that left sleeve just for a little bit longer to get the pull in order that his opponent would turn onto his back. But Smagolov has had the warning. Tried to jump in with the Koshiguruma did Smagolov. Looking to put the right arm around the collar and then almost in there for that Uchimata effort. That was a good effort from the Kazakh fighter. Hashimoto just having a word with himself there, as if to say, come on, get back on this. Gripping infringement by Smagolov coming up here, I'm afraid. Yeah, not the most attractive, but it fits all the criteria, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It was a counter. He just uses his hands to take his opponent back and to put them on their side. So Hashimoto, with 40 seconds left on the clock, came up with the score. And it's that kind of time when there's just not enough time left on the clock for Smagolov to get back into this now.
Oh, yeah.
Second Shido picked up by Hashimoto. He's got 10 or 12 seconds left to hold off his Kazakh opponent, Uchimata, from Smagolov. He's been in there twice with the Uchimata. Nice entries, but on both occasions,
Yep.
coming up short, and it is Hashimoto Souchi of Japan, the #1 seed this morning in the competition, who takes the gold medal here.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner and gold medalist for medal 73 kilo in white for Japan, Hashimoto Souchi.
Vainqueur, médaille d'or en moins de 73 kilos en blanc pour le Japon, Hashimoto Souchi.
Made it look easy in the end, you know, Hashimoto. He really wasn't troubled all day, didn't come under any serious threat. You always felt that he was the man to beat, and no one looked as though they were going to beat him.
Yeah.
In the end, it was just a little push down from Hashimoto that brought Smagolov onto his side. Slightly unattractive, and
Yeah.
I think they call it agricultural push, as though you were, I don't know, you were on a lorry in a farm and pushing off a big bale of hay.
Yes.
But it left him very happy. Big smile on
Yes.
his face. Why
Yeah.
not?
In the end, it was a long day. He's on the top of the podium, winning gold here.
We've got the awarding ceremony for the women in the under 57 kilo category coming up now.
For women under 57 kilo.
Cérémonie, remise de récompense pour les féminines de moins de 57 kilos.
The medals will be presented by the Minister of the Prime Minister's Office of Hungary, Mr. Gergely Gulyás. Bronze medalists are representing Kosovo, Nora Jakova.
The first of the bronze medals goes to Nora Jakova of Kosovo. There's a bronze medal also for Tamaoki Momo of Japan.
Representing Mongolia, Gorsune Sumia.
Silver medal goes to Dortsuren Sumia of Mongolia.
Ladies and gentlemen,
And the gold medal goes to Krista Taguchi of Canada.
prize money will be presented by Deputy State Secretary for International Affairs of Hungary, Mr. Erno Schaller-Baros. And the flowers will be presented by the Secretary of the State to the French Minister of National Education and Youth.
Les fleurs vont être remises par le secrétaire d'État auprès du ministre de l'Éducation nationale et de la jeunesse, M. Gabriel Attal.
Ladies and gentlemen, please all rise for the national anthem of Canada.
Mesdames et messieurs,
And now the national anthem of Canada.
ladies judo.
La photo de famille, la catégorie des moins de 57 kilos. Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez applaudir, s'il vous plaît, les médaillés, la catégorie féminine moins de 57 kilos.
We come now to the bronze medal contest in the under 63 kilo category. Doi Masako of Japan faces Andrea Leszki of Slovenia. It will be Doi in the white judogi, Leszki in blue. Referee in the middle for this one is Artur Fando of Belarus.
So it's the last category for here the first day at the Paris Grand Slam. Doi Masako won her repechage contest before against Jules Fransen of the Netherlands. And before that, she lost her pool final against the Olympic champion Tina Trsteniak of Slovenia. And her opponent, Andrea Leszki, the Slovenian, lost her semi-final against Clarisse Egbegneno. Yeah, a few weeks ago, or can we now also say almost 2 months ago, at the last Grand Slam. The last Grand Slam was in Osaka. So at the end of last year, Doi Masako won that one.
She'd like to finish on the podium here as well.
Yeah.
It's not many who win Osaka or in Japan, Russia, France, Germany, Brazil. We've got a few of them.
Yeah.
And United Arab Emirates. So you've got 6. Sometimes we've had 5 in the past. But if you can rack up, I think they call them in tennis career slams. That's the wins in all of the majors, then you'll have done well. There are a few who've come close to taking all of them. Nakamura, Masato maybe, Matsumoto Kaori. It's just a question of which ones you go to.
Yeah.
I think Leszki's going to have to start learning to speak Russian, which is what her coach is calling out to her. Minute and a half gone. No scorers yet. Both fighters have picked up a penalty apiece. Up to go for the Tomoe right-sided. Just collapsed there. May have looked worse than it did. But it definitely didn't look as bad as that one.
Yeah, yeah.
That one wasn't going anywhere. That was like attempting to start your car and it stalls. To a Fando. Well, it was either the passivity penalty or the false attack, one of the two. Not sure which one was more, which was worse. I suppose getting the penalty for passivity, given that you'd just attempted. Oh no, it was Doi Masako who had attempted the Tomoe Nage. I thought that was pretty poor. Anyway, it was Leshki who picked up the penalty. Oh dear. And now it's Doi Masako who picks up
Yes.
a penalty. That was one of the weakest kiais I've ever heard. Leshki sounded like a cat at the front door who wanted to come in. Just gave a little meow almost. It doesn't rate anywhere near the kiais that you get from some of the Chinese or North Koreans when they are here. I think someone stood on their foot or something. Or shut the door on their fingers, perhaps. They really do. They give a massive ki-eye, don't they? And poor old Leshki just... It was a gentle meow. A little over half a minute left to go. No score yet. 2 penalties each, and might get a bit of action now. Kojigari from Doi. She tries to take Leshki backwards. Leshki had the right arm around the upper body and maybe was thinking about a bit of teiwaza, pull her across the outstretched leg. That didn't come off.
Yeah, but really difficult for the Japanese to throw the Slovenian.
Yeah, she has proved difficult at times. And if you look at her position on the world ranking list, it can quite often surprise people that she's so high up there. Is she not also qualified? Leshki in a qualification position. This one is going to go into golden score.
Yep.
Tapis numéro 2 et 3, golden score.
Number 4 seed, Andrea Leshki was. Tina Tersteniak was number 2, so you had the 2 Slovenians, number 2 and number 4 seeds in the competition. Oh, just got to drop the hips here a little bit, but it was Doi Masako who was already bailing out of that action. She could feel the threat, went to her knees and collapsed that effort. That's the second time I've seen Stuban been told to be quiet.
Yeah.
Like that. Arthur Fando this time putting a finger to his lips and just warning him. It came famously in the Rio Olympic Games when Vincent Drouet, the referee, told him to be quiet. And they showed this shot of his response. And you just had to lip read what he'd said. Well, I can't repeat it. I can do it, lip reading, but it's not going to work because people at home aren't going to see. So we have to leave that one. That time it was the sumigeshi that turned into the double foot tomoe nage, and it didn't work out. We've had 1:16 of golden score. This could go any way, couldn't it? Leshki looks surprisingly fresh, given the fact that we're 5.5 minutes into the contest. And Doi Masako, for all her gold medal winning performance in Osaka, is not looking quite as polished as one would have expected here. Oh dear. a step out. Picks up a third penalty. Andrea Leszki finishes in 5th place.
Yep.
Doi Masako, a shake of the head. That's different, isn't it? No big celebration. A shake of the head as though, you know, as if to say, wasn't the way I wanted to win. She's the winner. She walks with her head hung a little bit and would have liked a better performance, I'm sure. However, it is a bronze medal that Doi Masako of Japan picks up at the Paris Grand Slam. We've just got the one more category to bring you after this. Let's look at some of the highlights from this one first. Well, the anticipation for the home crowd must be building because they are awaiting their day 1 favourite. There is a day 2 favourite. We'll see him tomorrow, but in the meantime, we'll finish watching the bronze medal contest between Catherine Boschemar-Pinard of Canada. She's up against Tina Trsteniak of Slovenia. We join the contest already 3.5 minutes into Golden score. Boschemar-Pinard has picked up 2 penalties. Trsteniak just the one. We're not quite sure how long we got left in this one, but I dare say it can't be that long.
No. Third penalty, no.
And it wasn't. A third penalty picked up by Boschemar-Pinard. It's a 5th place finish for the Canadian. It's Tina Trsteniak, the current Olympic champion, who takes the bronze medal here, sporting a nasty black eye under the left eye. That is a bruise, isn't it? He picked up a bit of a whack under the left eye.
So, some highlights of that contest.
Once again, the victory of Olympic champion Tina Trsteniak.
Well, the flag's beginning to wave. The cheers will go up because we come now to the final of the under 63 kilo category for women. This features Clarisse Agbegninu of France. She'll be up against Nabekura Nami of Japan. It will be Agbegninu in the white judogi, Nabekura in blue. And this is the route to the final. Well, when it comes to bragging rights about who's won and who's done what, it's the head-to-head is, Annette?
The head-to-head is 1-1.
And just roll out the results for us. Tell us
Yeah.
how they came about.
So Clarisse won against Nabekura.
Where was that?
It was at the Masters in Guangzhou 2 years ago,
Okay.
2018.
All right, the Guangzhou Masters in China, right?
Yes, and a year later, the Qingdao Masters last year, it was Nabekura who won. So 2 times and in the final, so they are used to fight in the final. Let's see.
So a third meeting and a third final. Okay, the referee in the middle for this one is Gostini Balas of Hungary.
Look how strong Akbegnenu is, how she gets her grip, how she gets close to her opponent, her left arm there. But you can also see how careful she is not to do any mistake here against Nabekura. Getting her grip step by step.
Tense time for everyone looking for Akbegnenu to do something on the edge of their seats, and it's Nabekura who picks up
Yeah.
a penalty. Good grip here. Got to use it now with a big attack.
Yeah.
Can't afford just to stand there.
Yeah.
Both coaches now screaming out their orders, instructions or advice.
Clarisse is not that close that she was before there with her left arm there and grip on her with her left hand. Now she is getting closer again. Break the distance. I think that is much more better. And still the right arm there from Nabekura, yeah, blocks it a little bit, makes it difficult for her to get through.
Yeah, for me that is blocking for too long.
Yeah.
There's nothing positive in there. And from this side, you can just see that there's no intention to make anything positive from that grip. You just want to keep Akbegnenu out. And for me, that's too negative a grip.
Yeah. She got a good grip there on the sleeve. She should use it and show that Nabekura only wants to block or to defend, not to attack.
And she does pick up a penalty.
Second
for
penalty.
An overly defensive posture. That was the signal there.
Looking for a counter and immediately tries to come through there on the left side.
Well, there could be the plan from Nabekura to wait for Agbegnidi to open up, because I can't see that she's looking to attack her at all, Nabekura. She goes on one side, and that was what Agbegnidi was waiting for.
Yes.
And that was what Nabekura was looking to avoid.
And look at her jacket. I like it. It's similar to football. She got 4 stars. 4 stars for 4 champion.
4 world titles.
For
yeah.
4 world titles.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
So well done. There is. And she deserves it so much in my eyes.
It was a little bit of a waiting game.
Yes.
And there were times when it didn't look attractive, but what you saw at the end was Nabekura looking at the scoreboard, 2 penalties, time ticking away. She had to open up, and now what became obvious was the reason why she hadn't opened up earlier.
Yes.
Because the second that she did, over she went, and Agbegninu was able to finish her off, pretty easily in the end. So yeah, I'm not going to attack unless I absolutely have to, and when she did, over she went. Good finish.
Yeah,
from
absolutely.
Clarisse Agbegninu, and happy days for the French crowd. They were looking for a gold medal winning performance.
Yeah.
They waited until the last contest of the opening day to do it, and it was the gold medal in the under 63 kilo category, won by their superstar, their darling of the Bercy arena, Clarisse Agbegninu.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we kindly ask you please stay with us for the medal ceremonies. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Congratulations! Gold medal goes to France. Clarisse Agbegninu.
Yeah, risked all at the end. Did Nabekura.
What a smile.
and she had to, didn't she?
Yeah.
She had to risk all. 2 Shido's time running out. Had to do something. Unfortunately, what she chose to do was right up Agbegninu street, which put her away fairly easily in the end. Good ending for the French in the end. Good ending for Agbegninu. We have 2 awarding ceremonies to bring you. The under 63 kilo category that we've just seen, and now the under 73 kilo category for men. The first of the bronze medals goes to Hikmatilok Turayev of Uzbekistan. There's a bronze medal also for Sendocher Sogbatar of Mongolia. Silver medal goes to Jansei Smagolov of Kazakhstan. But the gold medal goes to Hashimoto Souchi of Japan.
Prize money will be presented by Development Director of the International Judo Federation, member of the IGF Hall of Fame, and President of the All Japan Judo Federation.
Untouchable today, Hashimoto.
Yes,
No antics
that is
either.
right.
From time to time he can get a little bit out of his box, but today kept everything together. Nothing untoward. Stuck to the judo. Nothing too flashy.
Remise par le vice-président de la Fédération française de judo en charge des organisations nationales, M. Philippe Merlin.
And he did the job for Japan. Big stories of the day. Well, I suppose you have to top that with Distra Krasniki of Kosovo, Clarissa Begninu winning at home, and then maybe the way that Biladid was pushed. That was an interesting one. Anyway, now the national anthem of Japan.
Thank you very much. Now, take a picture between recent judoka.
La photo de famille avec les qualités de la catégorie des moins de 73 kg. Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez les applaudir très très fort, les médaillés. Catégorie masculine moins de 73 kg.
There are the medal winners. Sendoche and Turayev were the bronze medal winners. The silver went to Smagilov. It was Hashimoto who took the gold.
Before we start the last awarding ceremony, once again you can see the highlights of today's final block on the screen.
Et voici les ralentis de ce bloc final de cette première journée du Paris Grand Slam. Mesdames et messieurs, nous vous donnons rendez-vous, bien évidemment, demain matin pour la deuxième journée, début du combat à 8h30.
We come now to the awarding ceremony for women in the under 63 kilo category.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the medal ceremony for women under 63 kilos.
Cérémonie, remise de récompense catégorie féminine moins de 63 kg.
The medals will be presented by the International Judo Federation Ambassador and tennis legend, Mr. Yon Diriak. Bronze medalists are representing Japan, Doi Masako.
The first of the bronze medals goes to Doi Masako of Japan. There's a bronze medal also for Tina Trstenjak of Slovenia.
Silver medalist representing Japan, Nabekura.
Silver medal goes to Nabekura Nami of Japan. Well, the gold medal goes to Clarisse Agbegnenu of France.
Flowers will be presented by General Director of Crédit Agricole, partner of the French Judo Federation.
Les fleurs sont remises par le directeur général du Crédit Agricole, partenaire de la Fédération française de judo, M. Philippe Brassac.
Ladies and gentlemen, please
And now the national anthem of France.
Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne national de la France.
Happy times for the French. They close out day one with a gold medal winning performance in the under 63 kilo category. And what's to say that they won't close out tomorrow, the second day, with a gold medal winning performance in the last weight category, which is what they're hoping for when their superstar Teddy Riner takes to the mat. As
Yes.
far as the medal table is concerned, Japan topped the medal table with 2 gold medals. There's one for the Republic of Korea, France, Ukraine, Kosovo, and Canada. There'll be 7 more medals on offer tomorrow when we bring you more live action from the second and final day of this year's Paris Grand Slam from the Accor Hotels Arena in Bercy. It's bye-bye from me, it's bye-bye from Annette Berman, it's bye-bye from all the broadcast team here in Paris. Bye-bye.
Bye bye, Sheldon. Bye bye to you.